Hello there, people of the internet. Welcome back to a new analog horror series. This is called The Children Under the House 3 by Vintage 8. Vintage 8 was the person who done the Tangy virus, I think it was called. The one with that thing was in the water supply and turning people into like weird reptilian creatures or whatever. That was super, super dope. And this one, I've just watched it. Really good. Honestly, this just goes to prove you don't necessarily need amazing visuals to tell a good story. Just good sound design and a good story is all you need. Go check out Vintage 8, guys. Honestly, this is really, really good. I'm looking forward to more of this. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump into this. The Children Under the House, Part 1 by Vintage 8. Here we go. I'll put captions on? No, I'll put captions on. Last week I purchased a repossessed storage locker. Inside was an old desk, an outdated computer, and a filing cabinet. The letterhead of a few loose documents read, "The Office of Julia Liu." From what I could find, she was a successful child therapist in Kate's Crossing from the late 70s to early 90s. Her obituary stated that she died on December 18th, 2015. At a glance, this seemed like a typical haul. Typical if not for the collection of VHS tapes hidden in the false bottom of the desk drawer. Ooh, I love it. I love it when it's this kind of analog horror. Here we are.
Hey John, $1 million idea. A way to share a video without waiting on the mail. What do you think? Anyway, as I said on the phone, I think this may be the easiest way to get you up to speed on what I'm dealing with here. Okay. And before you ask, no, we don't have releases for the family. They refuse to have their likeness involved in any way. However, they did allow me the use of Jessica's drawings. We will need to change their names when we get to the writing stage.
Okay, so obviously they're doing some kind of documentary on something that happened in this house, but they're not allowed to use the actual families, so they're using the drawings that came from the events that unfolded there.
I think you'll be able to see why I think this will make one hell of a book.
A book? Okay, it's a book.
So, prior to our first session, each member of the family was given the standard questionnaire. The results are as followed.
Okay.
The patient's name is Jessica Daniels. Jessica, or Jess, as she prefers to be called, is 7 years old.
Okay, so, alright, obviously, yeah, this isn't part of the book, because the book would have changed their name, so this is the real version.
Complications, no medical issues. She's intelligent, sweet, friendly, and highly empathetic. The child was born in Houston, Texas, where she never had issues in school or socializing with peers or adults.
Okay.
The family bought...
So basically being told a story through drawings, through child's drawings. That's unique.
The Clark's house. Beautiful house. I love how it's built up on columns. And I'm sure you remember the Clarks from your time here. Sweet old couple. They own that little dive you used to drag me to for lunch. What was it? Oh yeah, the Burger Shack. But anyway, according to her mother, Carol, Jess had a particularly tough time adjusting. She didn't notice anything out of the ordinary until the second week. Wednesday night, to be exact. They think it was after midnight when Jess ran into her mother's room screaming. She claimed there were people living under the house.
Oh, God.
Carol dismissed this as a nightmare, but it started happening night after night.
Come under the house. Want to play What's Your Name?
Jess finally refused to sleep in her room.
Damn.
She moved the child's bed to her room, but Jess continued to wake up saying the same thing. She could hear people talking under the floor.
Oh, God.
Carol made sure to note that Jess never had problems sleeping in Houston. Adam, the child's father, fed up with having the child sleeping in the room, devised a simple solution.
Oh, God.
He brought her under the house, tried to show her that there wasn't anything there. And according to Adam, there wasn't, but Jess was convinced she saw something. The girl got into a ball and screamed until her voice gave out.
Damn, so she's seeing ghosts.
After a series of tests...
Wait, did you say she's been mute since that day?
Voice gave out. She's been mute since that day.
Damn, that's
After a
rough.
series of tests and multiple second opinions, no physician could find anything wrong. There's nothing hindering the girl from speaking. Therefore, the conclusion is that her condition is mental in nature. The drawings you are seeing are currently her only form of communication.
Okay, so that makes sense.
From observations and the questionnaire, I have a few thoughts on the other family members. Carol Daniels. She's the children's primary caregiver.
Okay.
From what I can observe, she's a caring mother, However, she is deeply resentful of her husband, Adam, for forcing them to move from Houston to Kate's Crossing.
God, Adam looks like he's baked out of his absolute mind. This man just hit like 5 bongs before this drawing was done.
Adam Daniels is an obvious workaholic. He spends the majority of his time at work. Dean, her brother, typical early teen. He wasn't happy about the move, but seems to be adjusting adequately.
Okay.
Give me a call after you digest this material. Love to talk strategy.
Okay. Interesting. End of questionnaire. Ooh. It's a little bit... I like it when they end it like that, just like eerily like that. The questionnaire, okay. Okay, so she moved from Houston to Louisiana, and then when they moved to Louisiana, she started having these nightmares about people under the house. And before this, she was a completely normal child, normal in the sense of the word, I guess, you know, empathetic. And she started having these nightmares, and then when she moved into her parents' room, her dad was kind of fed up with her being there, obviously, because he wanted to get his end away, most likely. I don't know, something like that. That's the only reason that would make sense to me. And he's like, all right, come down here. And then she goes down to the bottom of the house, or the basement, I guess it would be. And Adam claims to have seen nothing, but Jess does. And ever since then, she's gone mute and can only communicate through drawings. Super interesting stuff. Let's move on to part 2 then. Good news, Mrs. Daniels will allow me to tape record my voice during the sessions. I will splice in Jessica's pictures and give general descriptions and notes when appropriate. Right, let's put the captions on again. Session 1. So are we going to hear Jessica as well, or just the doctor?
Hi, Jess. My name is Miss Julia. How are you today?
Oh, okay, yeah, of course she can't... I'm an idiot. She can't talk, Ryan. I literally just said she's mute. She can't talk. You're not going to hear her voice, so she's going to communicate through pictures. I'm okay. Okay.
Has your mom or dad told you why you're here?
To talk. Yeah, good
So
one.
how
She
about
can't
we
talk.
get to know each other? Would you like that?
Okay. Now, okay is just a stick man on its side. Look it up.
What's your favorite food? Mine's spaghetti.
Fries. Is that fries?
What's your
or
favorite
butter?
color?
Blue.
I like that one too.
I like that one too.
Tell me about your family.
Oh god, this tape's a bit ruined. So, Mum likes to cook. Dad works a lot. And he doesn't shave apparently. He's got shit on his face. Dean talks on the phone a lot. Brilliant. And she plays with a one-eyed teddy bear.
Why are you frowning?
No reply.
Okay, so how about you tell me who that is?
It's Bonzo. No reply. Huh.
Did your mom or your dad get him for you?
No. What, she found him? He belongs to my friend.
That's very sweet. Tell me more about your friend. I want to make a note here. She stared in the corner of the room as if she was waiting for permission.
Oh, God.
She then shook her head in the negative.
Oh, God. This isn't...
Is someone here, Jess? Is that your friend in the corner?
Oh, no. Seems like if a kid would have showed me that, right? It's always creepy when a kid does that because they've got no reason. Well, I guess they kind of do have reasons to lie, but it's when they're not scared of something that looks this horrific. Like if my kid came up to me and was like, "Daddy, look at this. This is like an imaginary friend, right? Fine. Like, oh, that's cute, isn't it? Well, what's their name?" But if she showed me a picture of the fucking Grim Reaper, I'd go, "Listen, Daisy, stop it. You're fucking freaking daddy out now. All right? Stop it now."
Another note. That clearly looks like a face. It appears that she has an imaginary friend.
It's a smiler from the back rooms.
What's their name? Maybe we could all play together.
Oh, imagine that, guys. Because you know how you can phase through to the back rooms? What if an entity could phase through to the real world? That's an interesting concept. Anyway, yeah. What's their name?
No, she would no longer participate in my questions at this point. Regardless, I thought this was a decent first session. Let's try to talk by the end of next week.
Okay. So she went from being completely afraid of these voices. So I'm guessing that this friend of hers is some kind of like companion in which she feels comfortable and protected. Maybe. I'm liking this series. It's different. It's very different, and I enjoy different. Here we go. This is the last one so far, guys.
So how are you doing today?
Fine. She wrote that in red.
And what did you do last night?
She watched a blood red TV.
Let's play a game. If a genie came out of a bottle and granted you 3 wishes, what would those be?
Okay. No reply.
How about I go first then?
No, I don't want to hear about yours. Loves the beach. To eat what I want and not gain a pound. I don't know about that. Like, if you're building muscle, I guess, yeah, understandable. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes weight gain's a good thing, guys.
I'm hoping the last one can be true. Want to try?
A happy Jess. She wants the family to, like, maybe she feels like the family's, like, broken apart, like, dysfunctional. She wants to go back to Houston. Understandable. I mean, when there's a lot of trauma in a child's life, it usually does date back to the kind of... obviously, she sees Houston as the happy place. Everything was fine then. Mummy and Daddy were getting along. You know, she was happy. She had friends and stuff. And it's only when she's moved here so she associates everything that's gone bad with this place. So she obviously is thinking that everything will go back to normal if she goes back there. Which it probably would, maybe. But unfortunately, it's just not the way it works sometimes. Oh, she wants to free the people under the house.
Are these angels? Is this who you think lives under your house?
Kinda. Angels?
So you wish they'd leave?
I wish they could.
Let's talk about your friend, okay? Okay, John. Again, the girl stared into the corner of the room, almost like she was waiting for permission.
Okay.
Is that your friend? What's their name?
No reply. So whoever this entity is, or friend of hers is, in the corner.
Would you tell me their name if I gave you a sucker?
How
about 2? One for you and one for them. Once again, the girl looked into the corner of the room, then shook her head yes.
What the? Mia.
No. I have to admit, I found that image quite disturbing.
You don't say. It's time to burn the frickin' house down.
However, it isn't the creepiest imaginary friend that I've had drawn for me. Does your friend live under the house?
Oh, okay. I have a feeling that some kind of serial murder happened at this place that they're staying at, and she can see the victims of the place.
How many friends live under the house?
10, maybe more.
Why do you think they're there?
They were killed.
Are you still scared of them?
So she's not scared of them.
Would you like them to go away? Note, a picture frame fell off the wall.
Whoa.
It was located in the corner of the room she claimed her friend was standing.
See, you don't necessarily need good visuals, guys. It's just the sound design. That's all you need.
Needless to say, it gave us both a good jump. Ha ha. So, 10 imaginary friends. That child has a lot to say, but she's having trouble finding someone to say it to. Most likely the father. For homework, I'm going to try and have Dad ask questions. Mirror what we're doing at home.
Damn.
Alright, John. I look forward to our chat Sunday. Bye.
No worries. See you later.
And sorry this tape is a little late, but I think I have rats. Something has snuck into my office and eaten all the candy.
She's eating all the candy. Where is your office located? You know, this deserves a lot more attention, for sure. It definitely deserves a lot more attention. You guys should really go check this out. And let me know what you think's happened. I truly believe that obviously something evil happened. Like, I reckon maybe a serial killer lived there. Either it's going to be, they're going to learn that people were killed there and dug up, or they're still there underneath the basement or wherever it is, like buried, and they're wanting to be set free. One of the two. Well, let me know what you guys think. But I think this is really, really cool, and you guys should definitely go support Vintage 8. This deserves a lot more attention than it's getting. But there we go, guys. That was Vintage 8's The Children Under the House. I look forward to seeing more of these. Absolutely fantastic. Keep up the good work, Vintage 8, if you are watching this video. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.